the impact on AI at BSF, I wouldn't imagine it being very different than it is across organizations, whether in the public or private sector, and specifically within the financial sector. Where we see the change and the exciting impact is, as we go through today at the bank, we're going through a complete revision of our 4 to 5 year technology strategy. And what we've noticed is a big pillar, main pillar to this strategy is investing in AI and RPA. Over the last 24 months, we've converted over 30 plus processes through RPA solutions. And what that did almost overnight is it changed the nature of jobs for many of our employees, but it also made it a lot more exciting for them in that mundane, repetitive, operational jobs have decreased, and we now have opportunities for them to unleash other incredible skills that will make them much more engaged, much more excited throughout the organization. So that's one piece. The second piece is how we've been experimenting with AI, and maybe I'll mention top of mind initiatives that we are either about to launch or have started launching. One key one is how do we introduce AI when it comes to dealing with customers, so virtual assistants, essentially. And I know none of us necessarily enjoy talking to automated assistants on the phone, but this is very different. This is basically dealing with a system that's has a backdrop of used cases that can deliver services to clients much faster with the customer experience in mind. So answering questions, delivering services on loans and on other transactions in real time. Now, how we measure the success of a project like this is quite simple. It's through NPS, and it's through the feedback that we get from our clients. A few other AI test cases that we've launched include fraud and cybersecurity and the heightened focus in general on how we can ensure the safety of our clients, the safety of their banking dealings, etc. And where we've seen early signs of success is we have less false positive outcomes, which means clients' trust is elevated, but also we don't interrupt their relationship with the bank, essentially. One last piece that's very close to my heart and more relevant to the audience today is talent management and learning, and how we're experimenting the use of VR in the learning process. So basically what we're experimenting with is, instead of bringing individuals or our employees into a classroom to teach them customer experience and to bring in fake role play, and it's boring, it's repetitive, it's not dynamic. VR allows them to dive into a world that opens many other possibilities that go beyond case studies that we can offer within the room. And if I can connect this with what our colleagues said earlier in the previous panel, it just makes learning a lot more exciting. I think HR leaders think learning is exciting, but for the receiver, I think it requires a lot more of a pull and excitement, impact, etc. So these are a bit of what we're doing.
Oh, here we go. What I found interesting in that, May, is how, taking away routine and mundane tasks, and often these are